Clark showed up today at the Nike WHQ. Don't know exactly what that is, to be honest. The Nike worldwide headquarters. Okay, that makes more sense. But she has showed up to the Nike worldwide headquarters, and obviously this is one of those, like, she is the massive guest. They're all there.
Caitlin Clark recently walked into Nike's world headquarters in Oregon. An entire building practically came to a standstill. Employees lined the hallways with their cameras out, applause echoing through the corridors as if a Hall of Famer had just arrived. This level of reception is unheard of for a second-year WNBA player. It's the kind of treatment Nike usually reserves for global icons like LeBron James or Serena Williams. And what makes this moment even more fascinating is that there's a very specific reason why this is happening right now.
At the Nike WHQ, her arrival. Obviously, when it's Caitlin Clark, they're all clapping her. It's muted right now on your screen, so like, it is what it is. And obviously promo material shown and given out. So this is the annoying thing about this is why is everything about this talking about worldwide? You can't get anything Caitlin Clark related outside the States. Can't get anything Caitlin.
Look at that reaction. They're treating her signature logo reveal like a full-scale product launch for the entire company. What's especially interesting about the logo is that when it first debuted, parts of the basketball community felt it looked more like a lifestyle brand than a traditional performance basketball signature. But that's actually the brilliance behind it. Nike learned a crucial lesson from the success of the Sabrina Ionescu line. Her shoes sold out almost instantly, not only to basketball players, but also to everyday consumers who wanted stylish, wearable sportswear. The Caitlin Clark logo is built with that same vision, designed for t-shirts, hoodies, and jackets, meant to live everywhere, not just on a basketball court.
Caitlin Clark thing, why they're pushing this right now is because the shoe's coming soon. This sneaker is going to be revealed soon. So they said spring. I think they said spring. It's meant to be released, I think, in spring of this year. I think if we're being real, like, she's already done the podcast rounds. She was on the Kelsey's podcast. She was on talking about the shoe. She's been doing plenty of things at Nike, talking about, or playing things with Nike. And there's been so many little things.
This is where Nike's strategy becomes especially calculated. They're pushing this major media blitz right now because the shoe reveal is imminent, officially scheduled for spring 2025. Caitlin has already made the podcast rounds, including a sit-down with the Kelsey brothers where she specifically discussed the shoe design process. She's also visited Nike headquarters multiple times over the past few months to finalize key details. There's another important reason she ruled out playing an unrivaled this year as well. Last season, she was non-committal about joining the 3-on-3 league. But this year, she shut the idea down quickly during the WNBA season because Nike needed her fully available for the launch campaign. They wanted her schedule clear for appearances, media obligations, and a coordinated rollout of what could become their biggest signature athlete debut in more than a decade.
Curry shit isn't, and Steph Curry's coach reposting everything, and Caitlin Clark posting Steph Curry wearing her shoes. There's plenty, because, like, again, her sneakers are literally, they are the most worn, they're the most worn sneakers in the NBA this season. Like, Caitlin's P's have been the most worn sneakers in the NBA. So at the end of the day, like, if it was that big a deal, the NBA players were wearing Caitlin Clark shoes, she would have posted more about it, or, you know, with her sneakers being first and second.
Now here's the part that should terrify every other shoe company. Steph Curry was seen wearing Caitlin's PE shoe, and even his coach reposted it. And this wasn't just a one-time publicity moment. The Caitlin Clark PE line has quietly become the most worn signature shoe in the NBA this season, outperforming LeBron's, Jordan's, and even KD's. NBA players are actively choosing to wear a WNBA player's signature shoe over every other option available, something that has never happened before in basketball history. When male professional athletes willingly compete in a women's signature shoe, it's not just a feel-good headline. It represents a seismic shift in how the market truly values women's basketball products.
That Caitlin's everywhere. The shoe is everywhere. And it's going to be Nike's biggest sneaker launch for a new signature athlete probably since being a signature athlete really matters. Since it hasn't mattered that much. Like, the launch of the Giannis shoe, who's been their best athlete they've had, wasn't that big. Their launch of the Luka shoe, because he was with Jordan Brand. Their launch of even the Bookers, the Jazz, the Kyrie ones, which were great.
This is what makes Caitlin Clark's launch so critical to Nike's entire business model. The concept of signature athletes is incredibly expensive, with Nike paying tens of millions of dollars each year to stars like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Devin Booker, and Jason Tatum. The problem, however, is that many of these recent launches haven't created the kind of cultural moment that truly justifies that level of investment anymore. Giannis's signature releases were relatively modest. Luka Doncic line, even under Jordan Brand, failed to generate mainstream buzz beyond hardcore sneaker collectors. And even Kyrie's signature line, despite producing excellent performance shoes, never translated into massive market appeal. Caitlin Clark represents something different. This isn't just about basketball fans. It's about casual sports fans, women who have never bought basketball shoes before, and parents purchasing shoes for their daughters who want to be like Caitlin. Nike is betting that signature athletes still matter, but only if they can transcend the sport itself.
Like, there's a lot of sports where there's no signature athletes, and Nike are doing just fine in those sports. So I think the true value of a signature athlete is going to come down to Caitlin Clark. I do think Caitlin Clark is going to be I think she's going to be one of the last two female signature athletes. My guess for signature sneaker, is that one of Paige Beckers or Juju Watkins is going to get a signature sneaker. I think both of them are signed to deals. By the way, as far as I'm aware, Juju signed to a bigger deal than Caitlin Clark, but it's not a guaranteed signature sneaker. She's just going to be getting her she's going to be the face of a line. She's going to be like the face of Nike. Are going to have like a generic sneaker where she's going to be the face of.
So now the conversation shifts to what comes next for women's basketball signature shoes. Caitlin Clark already has hers. Aya Wilson has her signature with Nike, and Sabrina Ionescu's line has proven to be a commercial success. Then there's the next generation. Paige Buchers and Juju Watkins are both signed to major endorsement deals, with Juju's Nike contract reportedly even larger than Caitlin's initial deal. But here's the key difference. Juju doesn't have a guaranteed signature shoe. Instead, she's positioned as the face of a broader performance line, similar to how Nike once handled Blake Griffin early in his career by making the face of the Hyperdunk rather than giving him a full signature. That move was a strategic hedge, and in Blake's case, it turned out to be the right call. Nike appears to be taking the same approach with Juju. She'll have visibility in exclusive colorways, but not her own dedicated line, which is being reserved for someone like Paige or whoever ultimately proves to be the bigger cultural draw. And right now, based on unrivaled viewership numbers and social media engagement, Paige is building a strong case for that role.
CBA starts dragging into March and April. I think they're going to release the shoe anyway. But the thing is, like, it's one of those things where they would probably want to see Caitlin play in the shoe before it's released worldwide. And Team USA. Oh no, I'm an idiot. It's going. The first time we're going to see it is going to be during World Cup qualifiers. World Cup qualifiers in March when Team USA are playing their first set of games. So they're going to be playing their first set of games, and it's going to be during that. I'm a dumbass. Like, that's obviously when the shoes and sneakers going to be released.
During Caitlin Clark's rookie season, Nike barely promoted her, even though she was the biggest draw in women's basketball history, bringing nearly 3 million viewers to regular season WNBA games. Instead of building major ad campaigns, put her on billboards, or making her the centerpiece of their marketing, Nike played it safe, worried about backlash from other contracted stars like Aya Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu. They muted her visibility, letting a massive business opportunity slip away. But after the season ended, something shifted, whether it was ratings data showing her impact, sell-through numbers on her PE shoes, or seeing other brands profit from Caitlin-related hype while Nike stayed quiet. Whatever the reason, Nike decided to treat the signature shoe launch like the major cultural event it deserves to be, Her visit to Nike headquarters signals a bold move. They're putting Caitlyn front and center and betting the future of their signature athlete model on her, even if it sparks controversy. This forces the WNBA to confront a long-standing fear. Can a league fully embrace one transcendent star without creating resentment? For years, the league protected equality, but the market rewards demand, and Caitlin Clark generates massive demand. This shoe launch will become Nike's biggest signature debut in over a decade, with pre-orders crashing websites, colorways selling out in minutes, and resale prices spiking. And the kicker? Caitlin never asked for the spotlight. She's just playing at an elite level, yet she bears the pressure, criticism, and scrutiny that come with being the WNBA's brightest star. When the shoe drops in March, watch the sales, the reactions, and the cultural impact, because if Nike's bet pays off, it won't just change Caitlin's career. It could redefine how women's sports athletes are marketed forever. Based on what we've seen, the reception at Nike headquarters and NBA players already wearing her shoes, the answer might already be clear.